I'll put you in a closet or something. Messing up my tutorial. I don't care how cute you look. 280. I don't know. What would you suggest? An intercept course. I don't want to be going. We're going 180. So let's just go. 282. He's going north. So remember what we're saying now. First we clocked him going south. Now he's going north. Are we detected? I don't know. So what I'm gonna do now, we're gonna go. We're gonna change course and go north, right? So what I do is if you right click, you will back off of the console and you can manually walk around to each station that you want to interact with. For the newbies, you can man auto crew stations, but I don't do that because they do a lot. They do a lot without me knowing what the hell they're doing, you know? In some instances, they can detect things that us humans can't, and they will mark it. But yeah, some people do. Some people trust them. I don't trust them. You can also auto crew a fire control person right here that will mark everything. And for the most part, they do the job. But when you start doing complicated things like doing speed runs, which means like you go under the layer where you can't detect anything and you do a speed run, they don't reacquire all the tracks. They don't put Sierra 1, Sierra 2, Sierra 3 where they were before we lost them. They just make new tracks. Like, oh my God, dude. So now you got 50 Sierras on the board. You don't know which one is it. It's just a headache. I'd rather do it myself. And I learned how to do it. I suggest you do that. Learn how to do it. I learned a lot doing it myself, and I trust myself a lot more than the computer. Too long, didn't read. All right. You can also press the F keys to get around the board, which I do because this frame rate is atrocious, you know. But when you're stuck in the glass, press F2, boom. There's a lot of stuff here. All right, here we have heading. This is where we're going. Speed, that's how fast we're going. Pitch, this is, are we going down, are we going up? All of this is automatic because we are in a Virginia class. This is basically fly by wire. What they say in planes, where the computer is doing most of the stuff and the human just tells it what we want it to do. It automatically makes the micro adjustments and everything to keep what you need going. So, okay, here's a heading on a wheel, the turn rate, and the roll, which is the bank. Rudder right here. The rudder, this will all change when we make a course change. All right. Bottom sounding. I've never messed with this. That means yeah, we don't need to adjust that. Bottom sounding is the bottom of the ocean. So I'm guessing, can we adjust that? No. All right. Emergency deep. When you press this, the boat will automatically go to 155 feet. No, nothing. You know what I'm saying? No questions asked. You know, it's a good button to have because normally you have to press boom 155, but emergency deep is like when you're surfacing, you're about to have a collision. You're about to have a collision or something, and you just automatically just press this button and then boom. You don't have to press all these buttons to get down there. Surface ops. When you're surfacing the ship, you wanna press this. This is one of the buttons you press, and then you go blow all in the tanks and everything. Knots. Press this, and you can put in the specific knots that you want to go. Turns for knots. Cavitate. I don't know why there's a button for cavitation. I don't mess with this stuff. I do press knots. I will micromanage. If you just creep at 3 knots, you can really detect things very well. So alert button is grayed out. Maybe we might push those. All right, down the middle, ordered trim. Yeah, I don't mess with this at all. I just depth. And trim is kind of like how far do you want to just trim? I don't know. And U-boat means you mess with the trim to micromanage the depth. What it means here, I have no idea, man. Depth, just press the depth button, type it in there, press cancel, order heading. We're going north, so let's press 0. Order. The boat will begin to turn. See the rudder turning 15 degrees. Turn rate 3 degrees. No roll in the boat. Computer keeping a pitch so we can keep this depth of 162. This is just the depth we spawn at, All right. These are the bow plane locks right here. The inner stern plane locks. Let's look. All right, these are the bow planes right here. They retract. We can retract them. And they are for good steering. Holy shit, I didn't mean to do that. You can do that. Oh my God. And here are the bow planes right here. Rudders. All right. And why you will want to do that, sometimes you could dive faster or go faster and steadier. I haven't experimented with it yet. I haven't had a need for it. All right. These are extended. They are unlocked. Everything is unlocked. There's no need to mess with these at all. Rudder, secure the rudder. Outboard, inboard, keypad. I guess, I don't know why you want to secure these. We're going to keep it on auto all the time. And here is the EOT, our engine order, full stop, 1/3, 2/3 standard, full and flank, emergency reverse, full astern, all stop. Just be aware if you're going to go all stop or all reverse or emergency, you will cavitate. So you only want to do that if you're about to hit something. All right. Any questions on this? Okay, let's go to the mast tab. Retract all masts. So if you have the photonics mass up, HD1, HD2, the communication mass, satellite mass, ESM, radar mass, and the snorkel, that is to get air back into your ballast tank so you can return to the surface or go down. All right. These are indicators on things, hull openings. You want these all green before you go underwater. This is the photonics mass 1 and 2. We have 2 on the ship for redundancy. Towed arrays. We have the towed The thin line towed array is retracted right now. The flat line towed array. All right. When we when we retract the thin line towed array or extend it, then we can come here. We can start to see it start to come out. And this is a thing with a billion little tiny little microphone sensors on it, and they're listening to the water around it. All right. The thin line towed array is going to give you your finest ear in the water, but you can lose it if you go fast or you make abrupt turns and do all types of crazy shit. It's very, very delicate, very delicate. All right. Now we see it's extended. You cannot extend both of them. This is the fat line towed array. All right. It's retracted. Excuse me. Let's extend it. We can't do both of them at the same time. So let's extend this one. The fat line towed array is less sensitive than the thin line towed array, but it is more tough. So you can do maybe faster speed maneuvering. We're gonna have to test the limits of the fat line. One thing that you're gonna see in your travels is that catching up and detecting is something that is very, very hard to do. So you want to go slow using the thin, but if he's getting away from you, you might have to switch to the fat line, right? And now that they're both out, we can come over here and look at them. The fat line is a T-34. It's coming out. And the thin line is a TB-29A. Now, something we're gonna have to figure out. God, man. We have to figure out today. Is if this is own ship. Since these towed arrays are just basically cables out there, they detect all around them, and the sound hits engulfs them or something like that. So you can get a mirrored track, and we'll talk about how to deal with those later. Okay, I just want to demonstrate right there them coming out. In fact, let's just retract them right now. Can't retract them both at the same time. All right, this is the dive stuff. All right, they should be shut when you're underwater. They should be open when you're trying to surface. All right, and when you get to the surface, make sure that you charge in the aft EMBT and forward EMBT tanks. You charge everything. All right, so you will have air again when you go down. Like, why you want to surface, I don't know. But here we have the trim tab, and I don't know why anybody would want a manual trim, but you know, I guess that's gonna be in the helmsman or pilot tutorial. I can't wait to see it. I'm seeing RPMs and drain pumps here and everything. Perhaps maybe this can get damaged and you have to do it manually, you know? That would be crazy. It would be crazy. All right, moving along. Oh my goodness. All right, up here. Status. Normally we have our mission review and everything up here, but we have to go get it. Depth, I usually use this up here and keep this up here. Here are alarm limits, and which I never enable any of these because I don't need them. This is nice to have though. I usually just use this to control my breaching, you know. When you're coming up to periscope depth, you don't want to make any waves up here. And that is that's a skill that any pilot in the future is gonna have to. Because when Cap wants us up at periscope, he wants us up there fast, and he doesn't want anybody to know we're there. So I use rigging here. When you want to surface, make sure you press surface. When you're diving, press dive. And what this does, if you want ultra quiet, press ultra quiet, so you won't be detected. This shuts down all machinery. It should shut down all machinery in the sub that is non-necessary to give you, because I don't know if people know that. What's a good? Let me see. Come on. Give me something. All right, this is a horrible example. But these light lines right here, these are different components and machines on the ship. So, you know, everything on the ship is not just the engine making noise, you know. You got everything from water pumps to the dryer, you know. So that's what these lighter lines represent. These darker lines right here represent engines and, you know, propellers and all types of stuff like that. I did not know you can rig for a collision. I wonder what that does. Not sure if all of this makes any difference right now, but it's pretty cool. Wow, some alarms here. And on block 4, it looks different. Any questions on helm?